Kid. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Fantasy NBA Today, a sports ethos presentation brought to you by our great partners at FanDuel. I wasn't cussing out the producer before the show.
Freaking dare ya. I dare ya.
Seriously. My name is Aaron Brewski, and with me is a great Steve, Dr. A. Alexander. And today we're going to get you guys ready for a sort of busy Thursday night, and that's going to be fun for all of us. And as usual, we'll start the show with the top streamers for tonight. Then we'll look at what to watch for, and then we will wrap up with our rotating topic, which is hold or sell high. Kind of like a rotating tap of your favorite craft beer. Hold or sell high. Craft beer. Sounds good. Hello to our new listeners, and head on over to sportsethos.com. Also, if you're watching us on Twitter, just a heads up, not all of our episodes stream here, so to make sure you never miss one, hop over to YouTube and subscribe to the Sports Ethos channel, which is youtube.com/sportsethos. All right, some quick news updates. As we get ready for tonight, here we got Quentin Grimes available. Hello, Doc, by the way. We got Paul George out, injury recovery, whatever that means. Joel Embiid upgraded to questionable. I'm going to keep rolling. I feel like we talk about this Philly stuff all the time. Ochai Agbaji, Jakob Poeltl, RJ Barrett are out. Jaylen Brown out. Feels like he's just taking a game off against the Wizards here tonight, and probably pretty smart for him to do that. We'll probably get into that at some point. I'm sure we will. Bilal Coulibaly, Alexander Sarr, Corey Kispert, and Trey Johnson are out. Stephen Curry is out. Jimmy, Doc's favorite. Jimmy Butler, Al Horford, TJD. My God, it's been so long. Trace Jackson Davis. I looked at TJD and I was like, who is that? Jonathan Kuminga, Quentin Post, questionable. And then the great DeAnthony Melton is available. We got for some reason buried in my list of things here. It's like 7th. Some guy named Luka Doncic is out. Marcus Smart is out. Kevin Love and George singular Yang is out, and Yusuf Nurkic is questionable. There's a couple other things here, but Doc, Luka, how you holding up? You had a Luka jersey on yesterday. So
I did.
You just feeling a Luka vibe?
That's Luka's shoe right over my shoulder. Luka jerseys everywhere.
Did you chase him down for an autograph of said shoe?
No.
Did Luka Doncic ever get mad at you for asking for an autograph?
No.
Nobody else, right?
But, well, people don't know. I told a story about someone getting mad at me one time for asking them for an autograph. It's a long story. We can't do that here. It's a golfer, so it doesn't matter. But it's funny. I've been working all morning. Like I got up early. I've been writing my early for me. Been writing my ESPN column all day. Now I've been on these shows with you, so I haven't gotten back into it. I haven't had time to process the fact that Luka is not playing tonight. But as soon as you said that, you're like, oh, 7th item on my list. Luka's out tonight. I was like, I knew he was out, but I started to really process it. Like, that's going to really hurt me in about 3 places.
Yeah, we'll get into that because we have a lot of streaming action to get through here. To wrap up the news, we got Herb, Zion, Jordan Poole, Yves Missi out, and Carlo Makovic available. And then this one was not so surprising because of the 3 games in 4 days. Michael Porter Jr. out. We'll just call it rest. And then Drake Powell also out. Terrence Mann probable. We'll save the scorching hot Brooklyn Nets takes for the streamers and the what to watch for segments and all the different things. So, Doc, let's talk streamers. I think you might have a good one here to start. Who are you starting us off with?
Marvin Bagley, former King. I never really thought, like, if you would have asked me 5 years ago or 2 years ago, hey, dude, are you ever going to recommend somebody play Marvin Bagley on a podcast again? And I would be like, no chance, no shot, right? But Alex Sarr is out, and Alex Sarr's absence is killing me, honestly. I don't like it. And a lot of me thinks that Tristan Vukcevic is the guy, but he hasn't been. It's been Marvin Bagley. 3 games in a row. He had 13 points, 8 boards, 5 blocks on Tuesday. He had 22 points and 8 boards on Monday. And he had 13.7 boards, a block, and 3 steals last Wednesday. Those are his last 3 games. So, I mean, you have to ride this hot hand while it's hot. And I think Bagley might be the streamer of the night.
It's bewildering, speaking of Luka Doncic, that Marvin Bagley is being mentioned. But I think they want to get some mileage out of him, and it kind of makes sense. Long term, he'll break down probably, though he is due for some injury good luck. I mean, it's hard to have bad luck every single season. Marvin Bagley's had some pretty bad luck throughout his career. So I'm definitely with you with the streaming action here on the Marvin Bagley call. Kyle Filipowski is my first streamer of the night. He's played at a level that would be considered a streamer level player. So, I guess that's not great for his overall value, but he should, in this matchup, get you at minimum some good rebounds, some general stat upside. And I talk about Kyle Filipowski all day, every day. I think I'm just basically saying, if you can get in while the getting is moderately okay, and then have that potential to ride that into the future, that's the play here. Doc, who is your third streamer of the night?
I've got
our third streamer of the night.
Saddiq Bey. I'm not going to get too far into him. I talk about him every show. Saddiq Bey has emerged from streamer territory to must roster territory, in my opinion. Plays for a bad team. Zion Williamson is gone for the next 3 weeks. Like, Saddiq Bey really is 3 to 6. Saddiq Bey really is the best thing New Orleans has going right now. And I think he should be rostered everywhere. You're going to get points. You're going to get some rebounds. You're going to get some steals. You're going to get some threes.
One thing I failed to mention.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, I think Saddiq Bey might have a rest of season must roster status. So absolutely, if he's hanging around your waiver wire because of the Zion, kind of clouded things up there for a quick second, Saddiq Bey is awesome. Back to the Filipowski stuff real quick. It's a Brooklyn Nets game, so there's a lot of upside in general for that game. Interestingly, these two teams, Utah and Brooklyn, have combined 12 wins on the season. That's way more than I thought they would, or at least the Brooklyn Nets. The Jazz I actually kind of like, but the two of them together as a combo, winning some games. But this should be a pretty good matchup for Utah. My next streamer of the night, our fourth streamer combo, we're going back to Luka land. I really like Rui Hachimura as a streamer, and I never liked Rui Hachimura ever for any reason. Great guy, I'm sure, but the fact that he had 2 shot attempts in their last game and then it became a story, this screams to me that they're going to get him the ball. So this one seems like a by the book streamer. Probably available for everybody out there. And then the LaRavia, Jake LaRavia might be a better streamer just because of the potential there for multi-category production. And I think Austin Reeves, being buddies with Jake LaRavia, recognizing that he has not produced lately, might go out of his way in this game to get him a little bit of extra looks and touches. So it's a little bit of a tough contest, though. Toronto's not exactly an easy out. They're playing really well right now. They've got a lot of good defenders and good athletes on the floor that can make life hell for all of them. So it'll be a fun game to watch here tonight.
Have you noticed that LeBron James has not done much in his 6 games this season? I'm very curious with Luka out if LeBron comes in and I'd be like, guess what? I still got it. And just goes off. And I think Austin Reeves is a lock for a huge night tonight. Like, Austin Reeves has got to be in your lineup.
Look, Austin Reeves is borderline uncoverable. And it's the handle. He's so good with the handle. He's dancing out there. And you got clues of this 2 years ago when they needed somebody to handle the ball in whatever critical situation, traps, pressure, you name it. He's just so good with the handle that he's just got everybody. He's got them on ice skates. It's tight. And your point about LeBron is the biggest one. And it's kind of tucked away here in this streaming segment, but it's basically like LeBron is as low as he's going to get for value right now. If LeBron has a great 3 weeks or 2 weeks or 1 week, even, people will not be letting you buy low at like a top 100 level, top 80 level. I don't know about top 100. That's iffy as all heck. But I think for like, if you could get, if you offered a top 80 player, I might have to come up with an example here. I think that the other opposing GMs got to listen at this point. LeBron's been outside of the top 150. Hell, he's been down by the top 200.
Terrible.
And the question is he going to cruise through this season? Like, is he just like,
does
the
he
Lakers
care?
aren't really for me?
Does he care?
That's the thing. And is he like, oh, let these two guys cook and I'll figure out what I'm doing next year, or figure out if I'm going to possibly get traded? Back to my tinfoil hat theory about superstars getting traded all over the place. Maybe he could be a part of that noise. Maybe we're on for one of the best trade deadlines ever. But yeah, buy low offer on LeBron is big.
In my last Lakers hot take, Dalton Connect is going to score 15. He's going to score 15 points tonight.
Wow. I like it. That was good, Doc. I like that a lot. I think it's your turn to add a streamer of the night.
After City Bay, I'm going to go Noah Clowney, and I think there's a huge conversation to be had here about Brooklyn, right? MPJ out, as you mentioned earlier, correct?
Mm-hmm. That is correct.
I mean, how good do you feel about Noah Clowney tonight?
Well, I think the opportunity is ripe. I mean, Utah has issues. I think Utah's a better team than the reputation. But in terms of like, can it fall apart for Utah really quick? Yeah, I can fall apart for Utah really quick. And so you're going to get max usage out of somebody like Noah Clowney. My worry is that Utah like just kind of like blows them out of the water, and then at that point, Clowney gets benched and everybody in Brooklyn plays 25 minutes. But that's not what I'm going to be. I'm not thinking like that for tonight's game. I think Clowney is locked in for 30 minutes and you might get an explosion game out of Noah Clowney. So
same. That's how I feel too. So yeah, that's my third guy.
It's a tough one. Brooklyn's a tough one. Jose Alvarado is my next streamer of the night. 3s, assists, steals. I mean, you guys know the drill. I don't love the matchup against Minnesota, but I also don't love Minnesota right now. I think Minnesota is still searching for identity. I think that the pendulum's swinging from Julius Randle to the other players on the team. Yes, they could come in and wall up New Orleans, but at home, Jose Alvarado is a crowd energizer, and it's been a bit since we've had a Jose Alvarado breakout game. And I think that tonight's a pretty good shot for that. And other than that, Doc, do you have any honorable mentions for us?
Thomas Bjorn just drained a 30-foot putt. I'm just saying.
How am I supposed to respond to that?
For my ads or for my streamers, I've got Andre Drummond written down. If Joel Embiid doesn't play, you want Drummond in your lineup for sure. Pat Spencer with no Steph Curry in Golden State. Very interesting. I don't think he's a lock, but in a deep league, I think you look at Pat Spencer. Jared McCain in Philly, playing very well. I feel comfortable putting McCain in any lineup tonight. Who else we got here?
What about Daniel Wolf?
Danny Wolf, also interesting. Deep league only, but man, he's playing good. He's had like 3 good games in a row. And good, I mean like average.
Have you noticed that Miles Bridges has been terrible ever since Daniel Wolf yammed on him? Like Daniel Wolf yammed on him. It was like you could see Bridges was like, oh, I'm going to go get that guy. I'm going to go get him. And Daniel Wolf just yammed on him. And Miles Bridges has been like bottom of the barrel productions ever since. He has not recovered. Go Danny Wolf, but he's got 0 defensive stats, I think, or maybe 1 defensive stat in 7 games. So I'm a little bit concerned that he might not make it as a big man in fantasy leagues. anyway. I would point out Adem Bona if you need blocks. A lot of Adem Bona conversation on the show. We don't need to rehash it out, though I'm sure at some point we will. Josh Minot, I think this is a good spot against the Wizards, but we will get into that deeper as we get into what to watch for here right about now. What to watch for? Doc, you want to do what to watch for?
What to watch for?
Yeah, let's do what to watch for. What you watching for tonight, Doc?
I'm watching for the New Orleans Pelicans.
Oh, hell yeah.
They are playing against the Minnesota Timberwolves. They are at home in New Orleans. Zion Williamson is gone. And I feel like because Zion is gone, the odds makers are giving points to the Pelicans. Like, oh, you don't have your big man, like your stud, your guy that carries your team. I don't feel that way at all. Like, they're getting 11.5 at -106 over at FanDuel. I like the Pelicans straight up in this game. The money line on the Pelicans is +420. You bet 10 win $42. I'm kind of feeling that. I may get me a little Pelicans money line tonight. I just don't think Minnesota's that good. And the Pelicans have guys that are going out there and playing. Jose Alvarado, Sadiq Bey, Derek Queen. Like they have guys. I think they're going to cover this point spread easily. And I think they could even win the game. So that's what I'm kind of fired up about.
I'm checking to see who won that last game between these two teams. Is that a
great question? When was that?
I don't think it was yesterday. I think it was the day before.
Oh, they just played?
Yes, they did. Minnesota, 149-142 in overtime in New Orleans. You are on to something here, Doc.
Overtime.
I love this. Minnesota already got their bite at the apple. What was the odds on that? I know it's 420. And for those
11.5 points.
11.5.
106.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not. Oh, that money line is succulent. I'm so close to the money line on this one, but I'll just be a basic B, and I'll just take the points.
It's a lot of points, man. 11.5 points.
Look, they already got their win. The odds makers with the Zion stuff, everybody's overreacting to that. Zion kind of news, if you will, and yay, I like that bet. Good job, Doc.
Thanks.
I will be watching the Celtics game tonight because we want to see, can Josh Minot get a second game here? And with no Jaylen Brown, this is a perfect opportunity for this to happen. It's kind of probably, if you're going to take a shot on Josh Minot, just do it right now.
Tonight's the night.
Don't wait for this result. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Like we've been playing this game all season long, but Washington gives it up. No Jaylen Brown. I mean, the good line is just sitting there waiting to happen.
Koulibaly to play defense on him.
Yep.
No Alex Sarr.
Washington reeling a little bit. I guess that's all season long, but yeah. And then what's up with Washington? Are they going to start this pivot anytime soon or what? And it's funny. There's so much gravity to the Clippers situation with like the league, I think at large. If you got like a top 5-10 team and you're wondering about, well, what's OKC going to do with that pick? Do you want to help the Clippers out? Do you want to stop this from being like a 5-year, 10-year Oklahoma City, dynasty? And that's probably overly simplistic, and that's probably not going to. I toy with the idea. Like if you're sitting out there, you're like, well, hey, let's toss CJ McCollum over to these guys. Maybe that'll help. Or DeMar DeRozan. I know the Kings aren't competing for anything anytime in this century, but who's going to help the Clippers get out of their own way? So that game's super interesting. And if Washington makes the pivot, we got a couple of our guys there, like Tristan Vukcevic, Justin Champagnie, a couple guys that we want to keep an eye on there. But Doc, what else you watching tonight?
I'm very curious to see this Warriors-Sixers thing. No Steph Curry. who knows if Joel Embiid's going to play. Hey, Brew, did you hear the news that Paul George is resting tonight? Is that weird?
I had not heard.
Isn't that bizarre?
I reported it on the last show, sir.
Shocking. We get DeAnthony Melton back tonight.
Hey,
I'm actually have been getting questions about DeAnthony Melton, Brew. We know this guy has an incredible fantasy skill set, but he's been out for a year. He's never really gotten the break that he needs to get it done. I am not like in any way, shape, or form thinking that, I'm going to pick DeAnthony Melton up. Are you?
No, the injuries have just derailed his career. It's really sad. In the Western Conference Finals for the Memphis Grizzlies, he was one of the best players on the floor, and he was just absolutely giving it to them. And now he's really struggling. So I don't expect a lot. I would expect him to probably play well, when he gets out there. It's just how long can whatever his current baseline is right now, how long could that last? And it might be like 10 games or something. But
over on the Philly side, I really want to watch the Jared McCain minutes versus VJ Edgecombe's minutes. I want to see if they're going to continue to run Tyrese Maxey straight into the ground. I don't know how much longer that dude can keep doing this, man. And then who's going to step up in Paul George's
I watched
place?
Tyrese Maxey score like 18 points, I want to say, in like 4 minutes the other day. It was crazy.
Yeah.
But he's hitting the ground a lot. That's a spicy fantasy topic right there. What do you do with that? Like, you got to have a top 5 producer all season long if he stays healthy. He's averaging like 44 minutes a game or some stupid number. If I had Tyrese Maxey on the team, I'd be meditating every single freaking day, because that would not be easy to watch. I'll also be watching the centers in that game. Drummond's knee. Let me ask you this. What's your percentage odds on Andre Drummond if he plays, say, like 28 minutes per game the rest of the season? What are your odds he makes it through the whole way?
I don't know. I treat Andre Drummond as a game by game guy. Like, if he's playing tonight, I'm putting him in my lineup. I'm probably not playing him if Andre Drummond is, or if Joel Embiid is going to play. But if Embiid, they rule him out again, I want Drummond in there. And maybe I'm not normal, but I'm just taking whatever I can get from Andre Drummond. If they come out 2 days from now and be like, Andre Drummond's done, like his season's over, I'd be like, okay. And I let him go and I pick somebody else up. I'm not counting on long-term stuff from him, but I'll take it all year if it happens.
You back it up with a Dembona. It's funny. It's that high rank that I gave him is going to be probably impossible to hit at this point. Is going to have to start getting going here anytime soon, or sometime soon for that to hit. But at the same time, you get the whole Philadelphia front court and you enjoy it. But it's hard to get Andre Drummond right now. I think a couple of weeks ago you could get Andre Drummond. Now I think people are onto it. But if the knee thing becomes a thing,
Bona is not done. We talked about this a couple shows ago, and even if you ranked him too high, if you go back and you look at the game log from last March and April, if he did that again, he would probably finish right around where you ranked him. Like, he went off last year, and you cannot ignore that.
He's playing about as badly as I think he can play at this stage of his career this year too. So it's like only going to get better. And that's actually the thing I watch for with these centers is watch Joel Embiid. Okay, when's that guy going to implode? Andre Drummond, okay, are you moving around good? Okay, cool. That's good. That's good to know because I got you everywhere. And then with Dembona, it's like, are they integrating him into this team in a way that when we get past the Andre Drummond potential injury, is he going to actually be pretty damn good like he was last year? And I think that's just fascinating stuff. Probably watch it all season. And I get to watch Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe a lot. as a result of that. What else you got, Doc? Or actually, no, you had Warriors Sixers. I got the Nets. I'm going to watch your guy, Noah Clowney. And really, I feel like maybe we undersell what Brooklyn is capable from a fantasy perspective. It just feels like at some point in time, if they just flip the script, you're going to have like 3 or 4 players that could come up and above the cut line. They've not done it for 18 months, but it's just sitting there. It's possible. So like a Noah Clowney, who we've had high hopes for in the past, who's been, derailed by injuries, maybe he's the first one to get up and above the number. And then you got Michael Porter Jr., who's not likely, I don't think, to play in March and April. That's great news. Cam Thomas not likely to be healthy and or play and or he's possibly going to get traded. So this team's got to belong to somebody, and who's it going to be? So I just watched that. Which one of these guys? Is it Tyrese Martin? Is it Danny Wolf? It's fun in the sense that there's not really a person that's stood out to take the mantle and run with it, but you got to watch. Like, this is what fantasy dreams are made out of, is these bad teams who are going to play and to play these crazy players in March and April during your fantasy playoffs. So you got to watch. You watching for anything else here tonight, Doc?
I mean, I just think, is it Igor Joman? Spelled
Joman.
Well, it's spelled Demean.
That was mean. You don't even get his name right. You must not know basketball, Doc.
Joman. If their point guard is available, I think he's a decent play tonight. I think Clowney has a chance to blow up. I think Wolf has a chance to blow up. I'm talking about on the season. Tyrese Martin has a chance to be very good, but we need Brooklyn would have to shut things down on Porter and and Claxton and let everybody else play for that.
Danielson Wolf has Yusuf Nurkic that doesn't like you could play Daniel Wolf against Yusuf Nurkic. You could play him maybe a little bit against Lauri Markkanen. Maybe this is a Danny Wolf game. Maybe it's a Danny Wolf game. Let's get to hold or sell high on the rotating tap. That sounds good. Hold or sell high. Let's see here. We're going to have some players whose ranks are pretty darn high, and we'll talk about them. Austin Reeves, ranked number 7. Oh, just hold. The old hold call there. Yeah, I mean, let's get it a little deeper here though. Like, LeBron is the big threat, and you're saying not a threat.
No, LeBron doesn't care about Los Angeles. He may care tonight because no Luka, but this is Austin's team. This is Luka's team. It's not LeBron's team. LeBron's an outsider on this team.
I have a spicy question for you. Is Austin Reeves okay? Let's just stipulate that Luka Doncic is a much better basketball player. Let's just do that, even though I don't fully believe in that statement. But let's just stipulate that. Much better basketball player. Is Austin Reeves' style of play better than Luka Doncic's?
Oh, I think Austin Reeves is a more efficient, conservative player. Luka's flashy, man. Luka's trying to entertain the people, man.
Luka, I love it.
Like, circus is built into Luka's performance. All you gotta do is watch him warm up. Like, it's like going to a concert. Austin's just out there balling, doing work.
That was the most excellent take I've heard in a long while. Ja Morant, grade 1 right calf strain, now considered day-to-day and close to a return per DeMichael Cole. You happy about this? Oh, we got the party favors. We got Doc.
Where are my hats?
Doc's moving around the office. Doc's chugging a beer. Doc's doing a beer bong. Oh my God. Hey, Ja Morant's back, and that's I don't know, that's helpful for him. I didn't know he was such a Ja Morant fan. So that's going to be interesting. Maybe JJJ will actually show up to play. Hey, he just may go eat some hay. We don't know. But we'll see if this normalizes this team for the next month or two. I didn't know you were such a Ja Morant fan.
Bro, I've never been so excited before in my life.
I've never seen you move so fast.
Ja Morant's coming back. Yes, let's go.
What's up with this? Do you have him somewhere on your team?
No, I could not care less.
You're a Ja Morant guy.
That was 100% sarcasm.
Sorry.
I give 0 Fs that Ja Morant is coming back.
I mean, it's gonna.
But I haven't been able to use the party pipe for a while. I haven't been able to put on the birthday hat for a minute. So
that's what we're calling it these days.
Good time to celebrate. Oh, he's close to a return. Woo!
Yeehaw!
Yeah.
I'm just so curious what that does to this team. It's not. They don't have like an abundance of usage guys right now, so he kind of will just fit right in. You're gonna see probably some dips for guys like Santi Aldama. Zach Edey.
Our guy Vinny.
Yeah, I think that's bad news for Vince Williams Jr.
Cam Spencer has been doing things, and that's bad news for Cam Spencer.
What about Zach Edey? Okay, I'm going to jump to Zach Edey on this list. He's been killing it.
I mean, I would hope that Ja Morant is not going to ruin what Zach Edey's doing. They played. I mean, Zach Edey should be better with Ja Morant in there. If Ja Morant makes Zach Edey worse, that
you're going to be really mad.
Everything we need to know ever about Ja Morant.
Well, puff on this. Zach Edey has been making himself available in the lane. Like some of the film work, I forgot who was doing this film work. It was great. Just Zach Edey essentially roams around the paint right now, and he just moves from series of kind of classic big man stuff, but he's just doing a really good job with it, making himself available, flashing in certain areas, getting in, getting out, really playing good basketball, and now showing top 20 fantasy promise. And now we just get this news that Ja Morant is basically going to be back soon. Is Ja Morant going to enjoy the fact that Zach Edey is sitting right in his paint? I don't think so. I think there's a problem here. I think there's going to be a dip in the value of Zach Edey. So I will ask myself the question and say, am I holding or selling high? I'm selling high. And maybe it burns me, but I would probably be aiming for top 50 for Zach Edey just to get the deal done, because there's also injury risk here. But what about you, Doc? What would you do?
Interesting. Like I said, man, if Ja's going to ruin what Zach Edey's done the last week, I'm going to be really bummed, because Zach Edey's been balling. But you're right, man. I mean, Ja likes to play in the paint.
But
how long is Ja going to play? Ja hates the game. We know this.
I'm sure you were sitting with Ja Morant in the club, having a conversation deeply about the game, and he said, "You know what, Doc? I don't like the game." I'm just busting your balls. Let's say that Zach Edey's got to slide out to the dunker spot because Ja Morant needs the paint, and it's his paint. Now he's out of position for rebounds. That's the other thing that's going to be interesting here for Zach Edey. Interesting stuff. I'm so glad that news broke while we were on the show here. Let you feel free by all means, say whatever you want to say.
I'm good.
Scotty Barnes at number 8. You holding or you selling high? I love this segment. This segment's my favorite, I think.
I mean, it screams sell high, but he's been so good. I'm not really worried about injury. I'm not really worried about any of his teammates. If I've got Scotty Barnes, I'm just hanging on to him. I like what he's doing. I'm good with it. I don't think it's going to get much better. I don't think it's going to get worse.
There is some fear of a trade that would be like a kind of a stupid trade that would like mess things up. But no, I would not act on that. I would just, like you said, keep it rolling. This one's kind of interesting. Jamal Murray's up to number 9. This is 8 cat last 2 weeks. Obviously, you got the massive game in there. So that's on that's fresh on everybody's mind right now. Would you get out of the Jamal Murray business for a top 30 player?
I probably would. I'm not a Jamal Murray guy. He peaked last night at 52 points. great time to trade Jamal Murray, man. No doubt about that. I just feel I'm scared of him getting hurt. I feel like he's always hurt. Not always hurt, but I feel like he's always on the verge of being out for a month.
I think I shoved chips in the middle for Jamal Murray this season. I didn't get him because of the De'Aaron Fox stuff, but Jamal Murray, it felt like this was going to be the season that he stayed on the floor and did that the most that we would expect, like 70 games or something. Yeah, I'm fine with getting out of the Jamal Murray business right now. I think this is a good time to do it. I think top 30 is a good level to aim at and find yourself a player that's got a little bit more health. Hell, Kevin Porter Jr. might be that guy. Would you trade Jamal Murray for Kevin Porter Jr. right now?
No.
Kevin Porter Jr. ranked number 10 in his 3 NBA games this season. Putting up big, fat numbers.
Balling, man.
I
have Kevin Porter Jr. everywhere. I drafted him late, put him on the injured list, waited, and now I'm loving this. I haven't even thought about trading.
So if you had Jamal Murray, would you trade him for Kevin Porter Jr.?
No. I don't think I would.
Okay.
I'm not trading Kevin Porter Jr. All right. As far as Jamal Murray goes, if I've got Jamal Murray, if I trade him, I want a freaking stud coming back. Not Kevin Porter Jr. Oh, my back hurts. I played in 3 games this season. Who knows who's coming back in the Giannis trade? Could be a stud point guard. Like, there's too much mystery out there with Kevin Porter Jr. But I've got him on my team. I'm rolling him out there every night and just loving it until it goes away.
I think we're gonna just sit here and put Doc on the couch. We're gonna see if we can we're gonna pin him down on this one. Who do you, if you had to pick rest of the season, Jamal or KPJ?
I think Jamal Murray, if I own both of them. Dude, I don't like the question. I'm not trading Jamal Murray for Kevin Porter if I am the Jamal Murray owner. If somebody offers me Jamal Murray and I have Kevin Porter, I'd probably do that because Jamal Murray's a better player than Kevin Porter is. Does that answer your question? Jesus.
I just want to ask you another question. I want to ask you another question just to see how it goes.
Oh my God.
But I won't.
I've got overload.
I think this is a legitimate question here. And it's funny, it's hilarious. And I don't know that like Kevin Porter Jr., if I would have ranked him above Jamal Murray, if there was no Giannis at the start of the season and everything was kind of the same, if I would have had Kevin Porter Jr. over Jamal Murray, I think it would probably been like Jamal Murray at like 30 or whatever I had him ranked at, and then Kevin Porter Jr. maybe like at 40 or something. But
so I've got a show answer. My show answer is if you offered me KPJ, if you offered me Murray for KPJ, I would take it. My real life answer sitting here, if I've got Jamal or KPJ on my team and somebody sends me an offer for Jamal Murray, probably not doing it. I don't like Jamal Murray. I tried to tell you that at the very beginning of this whole thing. You guys kept sucking me back in and made me like second thought. If I could guess myself, but I don't like Jamal Murray. I think I'd rather have KPJ.
I get it. I get what you're saying. And I think if I had Kevin Porter Jr. right now, I would not be selling high. I think that Kevin Porter Jr. is locked and loaded, top 40, kind of no matter what the rest of the way. And I know I earlier just said that I would sell Jamal Murray for top 30. So I think I'm on the Jamal Murray side of this thing. But it just piqued my interest because, like, okay, maybe you pay the cost of a round to go down to Kevin Porter Jr. in the hopes that you have a healthier player who's trying to prove himself. And yeah, there's some injury risk there. That's, I think, the defining thing is it's not like Kevin Porter Jr. is a beacon of health at this point. Speaking of beacons of health, Anthony Davis is at number 11 rank over the last 3 games. What would you pay to acquire your favorite player? What would you pay? Now, remember all of the pride.
The question
and the
is hold or
money.
sell high, bro. Not what would I pay?
Okay. Would you sell high? And what would you get in return? Thank you. You were right. You were right. I'm wrong. It's important to admit when you're wrong.
I'm not paying anything for Anthony Davis. Maybe a bag of Fritos.
Okay. All jokes aside, if you had Anthony Davis, say you auto drafted Anthony Davis because you were at Johnny B's and you were in the middle of a rip roaring Golden Tee match, and you come back home and you're like, nuts, Anthony Davis. Now somebody offers you a top 75 player. Would you take said top 75 player?
I think I need more than that. I mean, Anthony Davis was getting drafted in the 2nd or 3rd round. Actually 1st or 2nd round. Yeah. Like 7th, 8th. I was not taking him there, but a lot of people were. No, I need top 30 back.
That's fair. The good news is he looks kind of healthy-ish, and I don't know.
I mean, if you're going to trade him, now's the time to do it. He's playing. He had a great game his last game.
Yeah, it's funny how people's minds work. It's like, oh, what happened to the first quarter of the season? We don't even remember that. He's good now. I think I would not be selling Anthony Davis at this point. I would be hanging on, and let's let this value accumulate a little bit. You know, let's keep it going. And that's, of course, the rub with this is if you're going to enjoy the first round value and you get 2 weeks in and 3 weeks in and 4 weeks in, you're like, oh, this is so nice. I would like to hang on to this. And then we'll have a conversation at that point. Let's accumulate the value here before we dilute it. Jaylen Brown at number 13. You selling this one?
I'm selling high. I'm not a Jaylen Brown fantasy guy. He's playing very well. His percentages are all way up. He's doing everything very well right now. I have a feeling this game off on Thursday night could be the start of a return to the real Jaylen Brown. So I think he's still high right now.
It's bad timing with the game off, and hopefully it's very loud if you want to try to sell Jaylen Brown. Like, oh yeah, it's the Wizards, and we're just gonna, this is a smart time to rest for Jaylen Brown, and hopefully all the Boston beat writers say that for your sake, because that shooting regression, when it kicks in, if it kicks in, which I think is a guarantee, it's going to look like top 60 to 90 Jaylen Brown for those segments, and then all of this early round pizzazz is going to be gone. But he's also going to get some, not MVP buzz, because I don't think Boston's going to win that much, but he's going to get a lot of buzz as a big time guy. So you got some time here. I don't know. I would probably be selling high in the top 50 range just to get out from the what if risk with Jaylen Brown. Mikal Bridges at 16 and Josh Hart's at 17 over the last 2 weeks. What's the number? What would it take in return for you to sell high? Because this is a guaranteed sell high, or am I just overdoing that?
I'm good with Mikal Bridges. I really don't have a problem. I'd probably hold him. Josh Hart, I'm selling high. Josh Hart got off to a horrible start this season, as we all predicted he would. And now I look at the box scores. I'm like, what's going on? He's balling. I don't know, 50. I mean, is it fair to ask for a top 50 player for Hart?
I would start there. I would start at 50. And I don't know if I would go down to 75. I think that they figured it out in New York, and they're figuring it out. You're noticing Karl Anthony Towns is having a few bigger games lately. I think some of that's OG Anunoby, but if Hart is given the blessing by Mike Brown to do Josh Hart stuff, and they just play like they did last year, which is kind of where I think this is heading. Josh Hart at top 75 is that's like a good baseline projection, because he can come up and get into the top 50, and he might do that. So I want to get out of there at 50 if I can, but I don't want to go down to 75 and find out the hard way that he goes back up to 50. Let's get to De'Aaron Fox. He's at number 24. Are you worried about Wemby coming back?
Nah, man. Let's throw lobs to Wemby. Let's keep winning games. There are people I'm worried about in San Antonio, but De'Aaron Fox is not one of them.
The next name on the list is near and dear to my heart. Colin Gillespie.
He's got a
Number
smiley
25.
face. Smiley face.
I did not put that there.
Andre did.
There. Thanks, Andre. You know me so well. Colin Gillespie, number 25 over the last 2 weeks. So what would it take for you to get rid of said Colin?
I'm holding Colin Gillespie, dude. Devin Booker's hurt. Are you kidding me? Like this is the perfect time for Colin Gillespie to go off, but he's going to do it all year. He's had a great season.
So ground rules with
under the radar, just very steady player.
Yeah. Ground rules. He's not a waiver wire pickup of the year, guys, because he was drafted by Sports Ethos Fantasy Pass holders. That's one. Not an injury replacement guy. He's better than that. He's got the same exact profile as it's not a lazy comparison because he's white, but as Austin Reeves, like can handle, he can pull from off the dribble. He's a good defender. Probably profiles better than Austin Reeves in that respect at this stage of his career and probably going forward as well. They love him. And everybody should have seen this coming because this was happening in the back end of last season, but definitely doing real well. And I would say I don't think I sell for anything. Like if I wanted to get an inside the top 50 player, that's doable. But beyond that, and I don't think you'll get that because I don't think people are kind of all the way there yet with Colin Gillespie. Given the optics, in various places, it's just not quite there. But I will enjoy that, and I probably would not even try to make the move. We're just going to have all the Colin Gillespie. Tyler Hero at number 28 over the last 2 weeks, basically since getting back on the floor.
That's right where he's supposed to be, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that's perfect for him. I would not be selling. What about Jalen Suggs at number 30? He's a fun one because he's doing all his damage in like 25 minutes a game.
I hadn't even noticed. All I see is Anthony Black when I look at Orlando. So this feels like a sell high to me.
I think so. I don't know if anybody notices it though.
Plus, he always gets hurt. Like his next injury is just around the corner.
It's a very intriguing. When you send that offer over, you gotta like bring the rank with it and just talk about that rank a whole lot. And then if you can get a top 50 guy for Jalen Suggs, absolutely. Because not only do you have Paolo Banchero coming back, hell, I can make an argument for top 75 for Jalen Suggs because that's kind of where he was last season. And you add Desmond Bane into this mix, and you got his injury risk and the kind of what's going to happen when Paolo Banchero comes back. All of that quite messy. What's not messy is you could go get our free app and keep up with all the latest NBA, NFL, and MLB news. You could use our NBA tools on the app. It's free. The links are in the show notes. And also go check out sportsethos.com and consider a membership. Doc, if you got anything to say, better say it now because I'm getting us out of here.
No, let's roll.
Let's roll. Thank you, Andre. Thank you, Doc. Thank you, content team. Mike Passador, Keston Paul, Mark Camaro, Tim Woodson, William Harris, our tech team. All these guys work their butts off to make sure that all of you guys get all the best free and paid content in the industry. And that's going to do it for us, for Steve, for Andre, and all of us here at Sports Ethos. Enjoy your Thursday night. This has been Fantasy NBA Today, presented by FanDuel.